Hey guys, Willpower64 here, and I'm bringing you something a little different. Instead of Paper Mario or Pikmin, I'm actually playing Animal Crossing New Horizon. But why am I here? Well, lately, a friend of mine's been telling me how people have been kind of making layouts of like certain video game areas, and I thought, hey, maybe I should give that a try. That sounds like fun. So originally, I was thinking about doing a Zelda theme, which was Majora's Mask. I was trying to do Clock Town, so I named this area Termina. However, halfway through, I decided, meh, I kind of lost interest in doing it. Until I decided to replay a certain old favorite game of mine, and I thought, maybe turn this place into Spiral Mountain from Banjo-Kazooie. And this is why we're here. I am showing you a tour of the island that I made around my island to become Spiral Mountain. So let's start things off, as this is Banjo's house. Sadly, I couldn't get the house blue, unless that's something I can do in the far future. But here's the little brick pattern around his house. This is the trash can. This is where you would find that one up, the light, the golden banjo statue. And out here, if anybody's ever beaten Banjo-Kazooie, this is where Banjo and Mumbo and Bottles would have their little celebration. You know, Banjo would sit on the chair until Tooty came out and said, "Hey, you didn't defeat the witch. Go back up there and stop Gruntilda." Over here, the little drain pipe I have here, this is actually for Bottles' molehill. This is where you would first meet Bottles back in Banjo-Kazooie, where he'd teach you about what happened to Tooty. And over here, and yes, I hope I don't disappoint a lot of people here, but I also made some, well, I should say when I did Spiral Mountain, I decided to do a mix of both Banjo-Kazooie, Tooie, and Nuts and Bolts. So here would be with Nuts and Bolts, with Bottles' grave right here. This is where the signpost was for Bottles' grave, saying, oh, he tragically died in 2000, but came back about a week later, seeing how that happened in Banjo-Tooie. On our way up here, the second molehill, where Bottles teaches you how to use your camera controls. You know, change them from left to right, go up, all that stuff. As you can see, my town flag is the Rareware sign. Very nice. This actually, I just got done just today, so that's pretty cool. Like I said, back when I had it originally going to be Termina, my design was this, the Majora's Mask. But then I changed it to the Rareware. So pretty cool. And uh-oh. Looks like my villager has some fleas. Best we get rid of that real quick. There we go. Got ourselves a flea. There you go, Kevin. There you go. Alright, so continuing on, I should also point this out right here. This is where I have all of my town stuff. I've got the shop, the museum, the Able Sisters, and I've got the town resident area. So there we go. Moving our way down the path, if you remember, this is this section here with this molehill here is where Bottles teaches you how to jump. And of course, this is where all the logs are. And of course, this is where most of my villagers are. So I kind of keep them in this happy little area. So I have all the logs here. This is also where I catch a lot of bugs that have that only appear on tree stumps. Also, I got pink flowers here. And if you guys remember, in Banjo-Tooie, this is where Banjo-Kazooie would find the pink egg in the little Stop and Swap N64 cartridge. So that's why I kind of have pink flowers here too. So I kind of got that there. So continuing on our adventure, following the dirt path, we also have this section here. This would be the Digger Tunnel. This is where I decided to put the Digger Tunnel right here. Obviously, can't go into it, because in Nuts and Bolts it gets patched up, while in Tooie, I can't access to another island. So, sorry, no island or Hegs this time. Maybe in another time, though. So continuing on, we got ourselves another molehill. This is where Bottles would teach you how to swim. So this was kind of cool. I was like, ah, cool, so put it right here. If you might have noticed, I have a lot of flowers everywhere, because back in Spiral Mountain, back in the first game, there was a lot of yellow flowers everywhere. So I decided, hey, let's just get a bunch of yellow flowers and just put them everywhere. So over here, going up this way, this is the area where you would practice using your jumping. So you jump on one section, and you jump on another one. And of course you have the waterfall over there. Now I don't think I can actually jump through this way. I might be able to. No, I didn't think so. Oh well. So what we'll do is we'll pull up our ladder and go up here. And up here, you might recall this section here. This is behind the waterfall. When you go inside, this is where you would find the blue Stop and Swap egg. So I decided to put some blue flowers here too. Very nice. I thought it was a nice little touch just putting the flowers around here too. I should mention there's not a lot in this upper area. Over here is just where I have my flower garden. Ooh. This is where I just have a flower garden. That's all. And I missed. There we go. Hey, there you go. I got 3 points if anybody's played any of the Banjo-Tooie games with the Balloon Burst Challenge. I got 3 points out of that. This is where I'm starting to build a flower garden. So I got a few flowers, so I'm getting there. So, continuing on our little tour. I guess I can call this the Spiral Mountain Tour. Going down here. If anybody's ever played Nuts and Bolts and managed to make it to the end, they would know that the fountain area, or not really the fountain, the Spiral Mountain waterfall kind of ends right there, where they had a little like metal gate kind of blocking it. So there's that, which you can also hop over. There's nothing too special up here. I decided to do this because I needed a pond. I made a Rareware logo as a pond. I think it's actually turned out really cool. Hopefully, I think so. So I like it. So, got a big open lake area here, so this is where I catch most of my fish. Ooh, let me go back up, because I want to show this. Coming over here, you see that little patch of land right there? Right there, that is where I like to say was where the golden banjo statue was, where you can go and get the, where the golden statue was, and underneath it would be where you find the Jinjo in Banjo-Tooie. So that was a little detail I thought, like, I couldn't get away with it, so I thought, you know what, that works too. I like it. So continuing over here, here's the bridge. I can't have a broken bridge, so I guess this is, close to the Banjo-Kazooie area. Back in Banjo-Tooie and Nuts and Bolts, it was smashed up, but oh well. Continuing our way over here, we have another molehill. This molehill would be how Bottles taught Banjo-Kazooie to climb. So this was another thing with the trees. Now, I know Spiral Mountain does not have a lot of trees, but I needed trees. Because you need all these trees here. As you can see, this is where I started making a lot of flowers appear up here. Like lilies, tulips, and all these ones. Roses. Up here. What exactly is this? Why is this here? In Banjo-Tooie, this is where you found a Cheeto the Spellbook page. This is where you would find technically your first one if you saw it back in Banjo-Tooie. So a nice little detail I wanted to put there. And I thought I got stuck there for a second. I was like, uh-oh. So yeah, there's that. Continuing on, I'll save the piece of resistance for last. I hope I made it turn out look okay. Right here, Grunty's grave. This is where Grunty fell back in Banjo and Kazooie. And of course in Tooie, this is where it was. In Nuts and Bolts, it was blocked off. So there's that. Pretty cool. Over here, another molehill. This is where Bottles taught Banjo-Kazooie the beak barge attack. And of course I have my my camping area here in case I get new villagers. If anyone's actually curious, the villagers I have here... Yeah, see, my town map was called Termina. So I got all of these characters here. They're all kind of close to one another. So there's that. So keep going on. Going down our path, we got ourselves another area to go up. Right here, this, back in Nuts and Bolts, this is where the entranceway to Shodown Town was. So I decided to have a little arc here. So this is sort of like the doorway. I kind of like said, like, oh, this is where it is now. It's just blocked. It's out of use. It doesn't work anymore. Probably for the best. And I see there's a fossil up there. I should go get it. I thought I found all of them. I guess I was missing one. There we go. So let's go get ourselves a shovel. Go get ourselves a shovel. Go get ourselves a fossil. Dang it. Alright. So, keep going down. Now, this area here. This area is... This is another molehill. This is where Bottles taught Banjo-Kazooie to use the attacks. The claw swipe, the roll, and the rat-a-tap-rap. So here's where the enemies would pop out of. The thing is, every time I quit the game and come back, this hole is gone. So, that's a bummer. There's one of my villagers. So there's this area here. Down here is just where I have some more of my villagers over here. And this is sort of where I have my flower garden, like my second flower garden, where I go and breed some flowers. So this is going to be the area where I breed flowers. So now I guess the time has come for the piece of resistance. the big thing. It is the Spiral Mountain and Grunty's Lair. So, this one took me a while, but I think it turned out pretty good. Going over here, going around this area, and this is the Spiral Mountain. Now, sad thing is, I couldn't make a bridge to cross from the Spiral Island to Grunty's Lair, which, there it is. That's Grunty's Lair, right up ahead. Now, how I decided to do this was sort of out of the blue. I probably will be updating Spiral Mountain more often as if I come up with more ideas. I had a friend who helped me with this, so kudos to him to giving me a hand with this. I might put his link to his channel in the description below, because he helped me out with this. He would always come to my island and we would chat, and he would give me advice for what I should do. So this was kind of the idea. So the archway is supposed to be the mouth, with the door with the little red cabinet to be the red part of the doorway. The two green bushes are the eyes, and of course I have the little tower thing in the back to be like the tower part of Grunty's Lair. It was hard for me to make a face, so I hope this turned out okay. This is supposed to be where the bridge would start. Again, I couldn't make a bridge, which kind of sucked. Oh well. The molehill here is where Bottles would say, "Good luck, I fixed the bridge for you, and you can continue your way to Grunty's Lair." Now, what's with the car here? Why is there a car here for me to sleep on? Beep beep. Well, this car, which actually I kind of like the sound effect it makes. Oh, I guess you can't hear it because I kind of turned the volume down. Makes a little car sound. It goes beep beep. So, the reason for the car here, in Nuts and Bolts, when you beat the game, Log would give you a vehicle, and this is where it would be. And this is also the same spot where Log would be for the 6 of the best. So, there's that. I'll get a little closer view of Gruntilda's lair, so you have a better look at it. So, going up, that's the lair. Like I said, if I can fix it up, I might do some more adding onto it. As a matter of fact, there will be more adding onto this whole area here, because what I'm going to be doing up here in this area hasn't been touched yet because I wasn't too concerned about it. See, here's the tower part. What I'm going to be doing is, from close to my flower garden to like around here, I am going to be putting down landmarks that represent the worlds of Banjo and Kazooie. So these are going to be the areas where all the worlds were, like from Mumbo's Mountain to Clicklock Woods to Mayhem Temple to Cloud Cuckoo Land. Will I be adding Nuts and Bolts? Probably not. Or will I be adding Grunty's Revenge? Probably not. Maybe. I'm not too sure about it. But that is it. That is my tour of Spiral Mountain. So, yeah. I will probably be making more changes to this place. I'm not too sure. My friend of mine asked me, will I ever turn this place back into Termina and make the Clock Town area? I have yet to decide that, because I kind of like this area the way it is. Kind of like my little Spiral Mountain. Kind of like the Banjo-Kazooie game we still wait for. But now that Banjo was in Smash, I'm hoping that there might be another Banjo-Kazooie game. But with that, that is my tour of Spiral Mountain. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it ended up pretty well. This is my opinion. If there's any changes you guys would like to see, by all means, let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys probably back to... Oh, hello. Someone wants to say, hey, Blue Bear. What's up, Blue Bear? I want you to have this Cyber Shades. Cyber Shades. Interesting. Let's put them on right now. Alright. I got a gift from a friend. Whoa. Badger's gone cyber. That's so cool. Alright, and with that, like I said, if there's anything you think I should change in this area, by all means let me know. And I will see you guys probably back with more Paper Mario and more Pikmin. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour. I will probably be updating this more. I will let you know. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next part. So, take care.